Good afternoon. Hi, I'm actually literally on my lunchtime right now, and while this is going to be a really quick one, I wanted to talk about the bigger picture. I'm the topic that it's not just about this, but the SARS that's going on in Nigeria right now, the group that was put together to stop all the police brutality and stuff like that, but yet they're the main ones that are doing all the brutality. Okay, this video is entitled "There's a Bigger Picture," and the reason why it's come up, there's a bigger picture, because when you think of any type of organization, Alafia, my dear, how you doing? When you think of any type of organization, whatever goes on at the head, it trickles down. So if you look at some any kind of organization, if there's messed up stuff, Alafia, Maria, how you doing? If there's messed up stuff that's going on, you guaranteed there's messed up stuff going on at the head. So I say that to say that, with all the brutality that's going on, all the craziness that's going on, you have to realize that corruption goes much further and stems much deeper than that. Just the same way we're dealing with this country. Okay, you see what's going on with the head man and the rubbishness that he's doing. Why do you think the effects that we're living with right now are so extreme? Because what's going on at the top trickles down. So when I'm looking at the stuff in Nigeria, the corruption is so severe that people are getting away with doing the opposite of what they're put in work to do. And please don't think I'm giving anybody excuses for anything, because I'm not. Yet I was listening to one video that came up about a week ago, and I think it was a police officer in Nigeria, and he was saying, sometimes we don't even get paid, so you got to realize, when people are in a state, think about your own the ghettos, when people have no way of making money or doing anything. What do? They end up doing things to survive. Okay, I'm not giving anybody reasons or excuses to why these things happen, but you got to understand the environment that's creates an environment that people have to live with. Okay, and so that SARS was created to protect the people, but what's it end up doing? Ended up destroying and killing more than what it's meant to do. So I'm going back to the situation that was created, who created it, what was their intentions, and what's going on as to why this energy cannot be controlled, since it was put together by a particular organization. We're living with this all the time. And what the ancestors are wanting us to understand, and I say this because it's very paramount, and it's almost like they want to push, the spirits want this agenda pushed so much for people to really get it. Okay, I say this all the time, that love in self has wisdom in order for you to be able to do other things. So with that energy of working on you brings about the wisdom to see what you're meant to be doing in the big world, because right now we have so much stuff going on, and as individuals we act like we don't have a say or a right to be able to change anything. But the fact of the matter is, we are the majority, and we're the ones who can change whatever's going on. So the fact of the matter is, right now, all of this corruption that's been happening, and it is continuously happening. That corruption come from not just in Africa. We're talking about all those nations that have come over there to corrupt those people, that enables them to corrupt their own people. That's what's going on. You know what I mean? That's what's being expressed. That's what's been going on for years. And they want it that way because as long as they can keep the small amount of people under control with finances, they don't care about the people. And as long as the people are in a space where they don't feel that they have any voice, this is what you're going to get. But now people are, this not even rioting, these protesters are saying there's enough. How many people have to die because people are not doing their job properly? How many people are supposed to be in a space to protect people, and then they're the ones who are bringing disruption to their lives? We have to look deeper than that. We have to look further into the corruption that's happening. These leaders have to be accountable for what they've done. If we know, it's not a case of we don't know. We know that these people in big positions are doing the most. But yet, what's happening? What can we do about it? Again, I know it looks like it's too far in between, but it starts with us. It starts with us and what we do within ourselves in order to collectively come together and do something about it. Because this chaos is, you see, it's spreading all over the place. It's not just because it's not been happening. It's been happening for the longest time, and it's just now we've got a lot of cameras to show exactly what we're really dealing with. So that police brutality, it stems further. The people that are above them, that are giving orders to do these kind of things. You know what I mean? I mean, in Nigeria, just to be able to be to go to the airport, you have to bribe somebody to be able to get in there, or do something just to be able to do something. It's crazy. You're supposed to be doing a job, a service to make sure everybody's safe going in and out of there, but you're having to bribe somebody, even for the post office, to get goods that you're paying for to ship. You're having to bribe somebody in order to get your goods shipped, and even have your goods shipped without them being tampered with. Come on now, there is entirely too much corruption. Like I said, if it's going on at a base level, imagine what's going on at the top. That's where it has to change. If the leaders do not change this, the people are not going to see it. So if the leaders are not being changed from what they're being able to do, we're going to continue to feel the pressure. But the ancestors want you to know that you're not without power, for real. But you got to see that power within you in order to change it. You got to see that there's that space of working together, united. It is not a case of like pacifying all the dark stuff that's happened in this world. It's not about that, but it's like there is power in unity. When you want to change something, they can't kill off everybody because it's not even feasible. But if you work together in a united space, they cannot, it is impossible to move a crowd of people out of the way when they're coming with one accord and one mind. And, you know, if we go back into the spiritual realm or into our spiritual past, or when it comes to divination, there are ways to do this. There's guidance that we have information that helps us, but we got to utilize it. And utilize it for the right things. You know what I mean? There's many of those corrupt people that are utilizing the same spiritual, spiritual, mastery to keep their space in effect. So imagine if the majority of us unify and utilize the spirituality that we are born with and have a right to utilize for our own spiritual lives or our lives' sake. Imagine us coming together and utilizing it for the greater good of all. Remember, you know, coming from Orisha space, came to fashion the earth, came to build this planet. So we have the wisdom and knowledge that's needed to change that. So again, all this corruption and the killings and stuff like that, it goes much further than that. And we have to have the mentality to know that it is up to us to change it, because those ones in power are staying in power because they have the money to be in that power. But remember, we are the ones who put them in that space. So we're the ones who have to come together, think about it, and do something else about it. There's no other way to change stuff until we come together. And I'm telling you, I'm not just saying it because, you know, I like to hear my own bloody voice. That's not the case. The fact of the matter is, there is power. There's so much power in unity. There's so much power and love in unity. And you'll be surprised how much changes are made when people come together on a common cause, on a loving space to move stuff. This is what they want us to understand. You within your own self are not without power. You're never without power. You just don't even realize what energy and what forces you have within you to make these changes. So, like I said, I'm on my lunch break, so I ain't gonna make this a long one. But just know that the corruption is not just with those people. The corruption is with the bigger heads. And that's where stuff's got to change. You see mess and chaos and what you call it, chaos and what's the other word, dysfunction going on at in a lower level. Imagine what's going on at the top. It trickles down. It doesn't just go up, it trickles down. Because you know what, if everybody's doing their job properly and has everything on lock, then everything on the lower levels will be on lock too. Because you know what, you appoint people to do the job for you. You appoint people to do the jobs that are necessary, that know that they can hold it down. But right now, the situation of different countries are coming with so much bribery money that's keeping whole countries under a lock of corruption. So just remember, you know what I mean, all the stuff that's going on in Nigeria and the SARS situation, yes, they needed to be dissolved, because if you got a whole scenario of people come to support and protect, and then they're killing and raping and abusing, yeah, that whole stuff needs to be shut down. But remember what's above them that put them in place in the first place. So just remember that corruption runs deep, okay? And it's going on here too. Very much so, very much so. It's not just in the African countries, it's in these countries too, these westernized countries too. The corruption is so deep, you make your head turn. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you get it. Like I said, I always talk about love. I love me, I love y'all too. And I will continue to talk about love, because that has the wisdom that we need in order to change this stuff. The planet will not change until love is present within each one of us. And that's why I ask everybody to work on loving themselves, because once they do that, they will feel in themselves. It's an energy. You'll see that you can't escape that fact. When you have love in yourself, it opens your eyes to so much more. And I'm not just saying this because I think I'm talking about it. I'm saying this because this is what I feel. I know this. I feel my heart shock. I got this big heart crystal that my sister Oyabemi got for me, and I wear it every day. So that assists in my heart remaining open. So this is what assists me to do what I do when I do these little lives. You know what I mean? It gives me the courage. It gives me the need to express things to others in order for them to get it. And that's what it is. We're trying to change the world. That's what I said. How do we change the vibration of this planet with love? It's not even how. What do we need to continue to do to change the vibration of this planet with love? It's not how. We know how. We just have to keep giving that wisdom, that those seeds drop and sprout in everybody. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. And I hope each one teach one, and we do that. All right then. So I'm going to leave it there. And again, I love you all. And I love me too. And I pray you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, here we go again. Here we go with this stop and finish and end, Instagram. See you later. Facebook. See you later. Oops.